Good morning, traders, and this is your Aussie day trade setup for today. So quickly on the small account balance at the moment, we pretty much had a negative day yesterday, losing 169 Rand. So 2.15% off capital, and that's just because of the only trade we were doing was the Wall Street, which basically went against us based on some news coming through. But anyway, that's what life's all about. When you're trading, you do take some knocks, and yesterday was one of those days. So anyway, let's just get on to the Aussie. Yesterday I wasn't really interested in trading the Aussie, and I think decision was the correct one. But what I do see brewing here, and I'll put these levels in quickly. So firstly, that level there is fairly interesting because we do have a gap there as well. So it is a magnet, and that's something that I think we need to be paying attention to as well. But we've got a bit of nonsense data in here. So basically what we do have is an open here and a close on this level here. So the close was 51,113. So we've got tail to top, little tail to the bottom, a fairly strong green body. So an up day, but also a pretty indecisive day. Now, if we start moving down through the time frames, you'll see what I'm talking about. So this last bar here is nonsense data, and you see we have two fractals, and we can actually sort of start bringing that trend line in because that's exactly what we have now. We've got three touches on a trend line. That is a trend line we need to pay attention to. But on the same time, we have pretty much two touches at the moment along the bottom trend line. Okay, so we are squeezing into some form of consolidation. Now again, ignore this last bar. Rally, pullback, rally, and that is an inside bar there. So that is a bearish signal. So we've got engulfing there, which is bearish, and then we've got that there, which is bearish. No diversions, but we do have lower highs. Okay, so I'm going to take this bar off. You can see that's exactly where we closed. We move this level down to, we basically came down to test these inside fractals here. You can see there. That has formed a double top off a trend line. Okay, there is also an inside bar here. You see there's my fractal, and we sort of rejected that twice at the moment. Okay, so to me this is setting up quite nicely for a potential short, and let's just get a little bit lower. So on the hour you can see we had all this indecision here. Barbed wire, stay out of the trade, don't bother with it. Okay, now the fact that we had the sell-off on the close of Tuesday, that was also indicating, was it just profit taking or was it actually genuinely a sell-off? To me, I think that was a sell-off. Okay, it's starting to look like a sell-off. You see, every time it climbed, sellers stepped in. They scaled in, scaled in, scaled in. Probably got some stops triggered here, but not too many. And now we've finished with another inside bar. Again, ignore this last bar. Okay, so this is the structure that we're looking to break, and this here is pretty much 400 points. And if we take it down to the gap, or even to the bottom gap here, that's 690. Inside there is 450 points. So there is a distinct possibility of us moving to the downside here. Okay, so last one is the half hour, and looking at what's going on in the half hour, there's my fractal break that I'm looking for there. Okay, so that fractal break there would validate a short trade. A little bit far away from where price is, and I'm just going to move that up there because that is the fractal to the upside. So let's just look at the 12 minutes, see if we do have better fractals. We do have one more here. Okay, so we can get into the trade a little bit earlier, and we can, either way, we can get into it a little bit earlier. Okay, so what are we talking about? There's a fractal there to the upside, okay, and there's our fractals to the downside. So those are the two areas that we're looking for a 12-minute close above there to validate a long, and a 12-minute close below this to validate a short. Okay, so level to the upside is 51205. Level to the downside is 50943. Okay, now let's just use a bit of logic here. We have a trend line with pretty much 3 touches on it on the higher time frames. Okay, we do have this mini trend line here on the smaller time frames as well, there, which would be broken with this break of 50943. US markets yesterday were a little bit. They were happened a little bit. The S&P was down 0.65%. The Dow finished 0.7% down, and the Nasdaq finished 1% down. Okay, Tencent right now is down 1.5%. Crude oil was down, but it's recovered slightly. So Hang Seng is down, and the rand dollar is pretty flat, 14.76. So just based on what happened last night and where Tencent is, we're pretty much guaranteed for a gap down. And then probably find a gap down, some buyers stepping in, or 5758 rallying back up. And I think that rally back up, if it tests the alligator on the 12-minute and starts turning, that would be my entry for a short. So even if we do break 5943, I'd be looking at 5758 to get out of it, and then wait for a bounce, and then get an opportunity again to get in, and then I'm going to be targeting pretty much this gap close. Okay. So in other words, don't think we're going to get a rally or any sort of climb, even though we have a false profit here as far as I'm concerned, which is this little flag. Okay, it looks like a flag on the lower time frames, but on the higher time frames, it's more of a double top forming. Okay, if we do break below 5758, definitely gap close. Take some off. I may even just leave a small position on, just to see if we're going to get further downside. Okay, anyway, that's my view at the moment, looking like downside right now. Let's just get to the Ichimoku. This is all over the place at the moment. So you can see yesterday we sort of got below the Ichimoku, got into the cloud. And normally when you get into the cloud, you're pretty much guaranteed it's going to range until it breaks out of the cloud. Broke up. Everything is bullish at the moment. So Chikuspan, Kijison, Tekinson, and the cloud is all bullish. But again, we are moving sideways, so I'm going to take that with a pinch of salt. The 30-minute, we were bearish, and then we had a bullish cross. That normally is an extremely bullish signal. But I just have this distinct feeling we're going to gap down, and whether we're going to get to this gap or just find some support in this area here of 5760. That's what the debate is right now. Okay, if we look at the hour, this is still bullish. Okay, but also we haven't tested the cloud. Gap close is a test of the cloud, but the cloud is so thin here, I'd be a little bit concerned about that. Okay, and it probably looks like it is the height of the double top. Let's just take it from there. That's 500 points. That's only 300 points. Where's 500 points there? Takes us into this area of congestion. Okay, I think the last thing here is the 4 hour. We are flirting with the top of the cloud here. Yes, we've broken through, but look at the cloud. It's red, so the future is not so bright. So I'm expecting a pullback. Whether it's into the cloud, outside the bottom of the cloud, not really sure. But the other thing, remember we pointed this out yesterday, we're bouncing off a 61.8 of this move here. So if we do start moving down, and we do break through 5760, there's a very good chance, not only for gap close, but there's a chance that we can break through this 200 daily EMA, which is pretty much down the bottom here. Okay, and that measured move takes us all the way down to 49,158, which is this bottom gap close. So we've got a gap, and we've got a gap down here. I think there's another one. Well, there's a small one down here. Okay, so that's kind of the setup that I'm seeing at the moment, and the daily, get rid of the noise. Daily is bullish, but yeah, I'm not entirely convinced here. And that would also make sense coming back to test the cloud on the daily. That's kind of what I'm looking at the moment. Definitely looking for, I think, shorts at the moment, but tight stops. So your stop area is definitely going to be above this fractal. And what you're looking for is small increments. So first you're looking for the bottom here, which could pretty much be this area here of 58.34, just before here. Okay, that's definitely an area that if we can get in without a gap ending up down here, that would be something. But if we do get in with a gap down at the bottom here, it should find some support here, bounce back up, and either take a Fibonacci bounce or just look for the levels. Look for the levels, draw them in, watch what happens with price. Price gets there, then get your entry short there. Okay, so you may get quite a big gap down, which means that you're not going to get a chance to chase it. So wait for the pullback before getting in on the short. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's my view for Aussie at the moment. Definitely looking like downside, and I think that's what I'll be watching for this morning. But be cautious, because you've got quite a few magnets, and if you just go to a higher time frame and look to the left here, you've got a lot of congestion here. So don't expect it to bomb through here without any regard or respect for any levels. It's going to pick up levels, and it's going to bounce off it as the bulls try to drive us back up. Okay, so that's my view today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.